Hello, everyone. Surprise, Tuesday night. I did tell you the other day when we were live, but I reckon most people have forgotten because there's so many other lives on tonight. Well, how's everyone's week started? It's been, well, yesterday was awesome down here. We had a beautiful day, and today it's a bit cold and yuck. So tell us where you are and what it's like. Noma, happy birthday for the other day. I didn't realise it was your birthday until the next day. So happy birthday, and I hope you had a great day and you're doing really well. We've got a lot of shows on this week. Tonight we've got Clint joining us, and on Thursday night we're going to have Johnny Kay. He'll be joining us again, which is great. We always have fun with him. And then on Saturday we're going to have an artist from Nashville, so I'll announce that as the week goes on as well. So keep your eye out. Hi Kaz, thank you for joining. How are you? Tonight we've got Clint Wilson, so we might welcome him into the room. Hi, thank you.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you going all the way over there in Melbourne, locked down? What's going on?
Yeah, we're going all right. I think we're towards the end of it, hopefully. Yeah.
There's no writing on the walls or anything. You don't look like you've gone too crazy yet.
Not on this wall. Over there, yeah.
Yeah. That's the corner you leave for your lives.
Yeah.
You're all good. What? You're crazy. You've decided to release an album in lockdown. You know, what made you come up with this idea to do it while you're all stuck there?
I suppose we decided back in towards the start of the year, I suppose, to release it, and we weren't sure how long this was going to stick around for. Yeah, but I think there's a good part of it as well. Like, people at home and, like to listen to new music anyway. So it's worked out all right as well.
I've actually, and I can say that because, I'm still lucky enough to be going to work, but I've loved that part of it because there's been so much new music. You're not listening to the same thing over and over. You're just, what's releasing today? What's coming up? It's great. Yeah, I think it's great for Australian music in that way.
Definitely.
Kaz has popped in and said hello, and she said, "Thank God he did release it. It's an awesome album." I agree. I agree, Kaz. Can we backtrack a little bit from the album? We haven't had you on Country Kickback before, so can you tell us a little about you and why you went into music?
Yeah.
Why this genre?
I suppose I sort of grew up with my parents and grandparents listening to country and long trips through the outback with Nan and Pop listening to Slim Dusty and so in high school I was in like punk rock bands and that sort of stuff, and it's just sort of I've just gravitated back to the country thing, and I've only been songwriting properly for maybe 4 or 5 years, I think. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, where did that start? How did you get into writing your own?
I'm not sure. I've always written like the odd verse or chorus, and never felt the urge to finish anything. Like, just threw it to the side and got a bit bored with it. But maybe 4 or 5 years ago, something sort of, I don't know, made me feel like I had to share my stories, and I wish I knew what had happened to make it.
Lucky for us, because we wouldn't be sitting here tonight. Tell us a little bit about, I guess let's just start with your album, because you've got single releases, you've got album releases, you're doing everything. This is what happens when you can't tour. You just Tell us a little bit about your album and why you've written this and released it now.
Yeah. We it was recorded in November last year, and finished off around February. I recorded a few tracks in the home studio over lockdown because we couldn't really get out and about, so that was fun. And I suppose we could have waited, but I wanted to get it out there too.
Yeah. Is it things when you've got something ready and you just want the world to hear it? I couldn't sit on it if it was mine. I'd be wanting to get everyone. Yeah, no, I love that. How did you go with recording at home? I guess it's not obviously something that you would normally do. Do you think that's something that you would do again if you have the choice?
Yeah, well, I set up a home studio and it was just finished in time to start. Yeah, so it worked out well. And because of lockdown, we had to get a few parts sent in
Yeah.
remotely, which was awesome. And just sending my part of the track to like the pedal steel player, Ben, and I suppose just trusting them and yeah, getting really like everyone sent back really good performances, and I don't
Yeah.
know, it's worked really well. Yeah.
That is good. Well, it has. It absolutely it has. We love it. So it definitely has. Tell us a little bit about the single family tree.
Yeah, I started writing it in 2018 after I started a family tree of my own, and something I don't think I was interested in until I had kids, and you wonder where that generation above you and above that came from, and yeah, I was lucky enough to get to finish writing it with Kevin Bennett, so that was really special, and yeah, just that whole family vibe, I suppose, flows through the whole album.
Yes, yeah, well, definitely, and I love that. I think you hear all these people releasing different albums through or songs through COVID, but you've really stuck to a beautiful family. Obviously, what you
Yeah,
were wanting to put out at the moment, and that's even when you're stuck in a house with them. You still want to release music.
yeah. Good. I'm glad it's over, but it's been fun.
Yes, been fun for the first 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen has popped in and she says, "Hi, guys. Hi, Karen. Hi, Carl. How are you guys going?"
Hey, Karen.
You've got lots of people watching. I'm getting all sorts of faces popping up on my phone over here. So say hi, guys. Let us know if you're there. Can we talk about your first album then before we start telling people where to get it? Your first album was 2018. Am I right? 2018?
Yeah. So
That feels like not that long ago, but it is a little while.
yeah. It's called Dark Water, and it's full of songs and stories that I've sort of experienced myself or heard friends talking about. And yeah, we recorded that in Newmarket Studios in towards Melbourne, a really old studio in there that was fun and had heaps of I don't know, atmosphere and that sort of vibe. Yeah, it doesn't feel like that long ago, I suppose, but I'd started writing for the album pretty much as soon as that was released. Yeah.
So you've taken sort of 2 years to get everything ready for this album.
Yeah.
Did you write a lot? Is there a lot that you wrote that you didn't end up putting on the album?
Yeah, I think altogether we wrote. I'm not too sure how many, but I was catching up with a friend of mine. Hey, Zach. I was catching up with a friend of mine, Greta Zilla, and she was writing for her new album as well. So we were having co-writes nearly every week, every fortnight. Yeah, so it was a great, I suppose, cram session of songwriting.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think every song on the album's a co-write with a friend, so that was really nice to share those experiences.
I think and that's obviously where your duet with Greta came from, was sort of that songwriting. I was going
Yeah,
to ask how that came about, so you've sort of snuck that in there for us.
yeah,
That's fantastic. Well, if you're still happy to play a song, how about we have a listen? And if anyone has any questions while we're listening, pop them there.
for sure. Am
Thank
I
you.
playing Family Tree?
I'll give you the room.
Thank you. Planted back in '85, that thing is still alive. So am I. As kids we used to climb all the time. The roots, they must be deep. I'm heading home to get some sleep. My limbs are tired, so am I all the time. And if it falls, who will say? Can I stand tall where it used to be? 'Cause after all, we know what it means. Another death in the family. When the leaves are falling and the past is calling me to come around, the leaves that keep me warm, the shelter from the storm, all the time. And if it falls, who will say? Can I stand tall where it used to be? 'Cause after all, we know what it means. Another death in the family. Planted back in 85, some of us are still alive as time goes by. As kids we used to climb, and if it falls, who will say? Can I stand tall where it used to be? 'Cause after all, we know what it means. Another death in the family tree.
Thank you. How great. Lovely song. Everyone's putting love hearts and smiley faces. They're just loving it. So thank you so much. Go and clapping hands. Thanks, Kaz. I'm glad. I don't know how people find the emojis because I can never find them when I need them. I don't have that good a relationship with my phone. Sasha actually asked why you were performing. She said she wants to get back into singing, and she said, "Have you got any suggestions?"
I don't. Whenever I feel, I love a good sing along in the car. Whenever I motivated and stuff, I'll just turn the radio up in the car and have a sing along. But I don't really know. I suppose surrounding yourself with music.
Yeah.
It's contagious. Yeah, that's probably my tip. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I think that's part of why we just love festivals so much, because we're just surrounded by it, and we do. You I don't know how you keep going sometimes, especially in town. You get to day 10 and you're still going, and then the next day you just hit a wall.
It's full on.
Yeah, I think it does. It's contagious and it just keeps us going. So let us know how you're going with it, Sasha. Let us know how you're going with your music. Now, tell us, where can people get not just the song but the album? Can they get a hard copy of your album? Where can they get that?
So we've got CDs and records as well. So when we did the track listing, we sort of arranged it to suit vinyl the best. Like, so clintwilsonmusic.com is where you'll find all that stuff. And And yeah, as for the streaming, it's all over wherever you listen to music.
Yes, absolutely. So jump over there when we're finished, not before, and and um, and see if you can order. I certainly love the vinyl, and I love giving vinyl for presents
It's
to my
awesome.
family. Yeah, it's so much better, isn't it? And the sound, like that feeling when you put a record on, it's just
I think it's very thoughtful as well, giving it to someone as a present, and
yeah.
yeah, I think that's a really it's easy for us as well.
Yes, yes, exactly. It helps you guys. It helps all round. But I always like, I don't know if you do, I'm probably just a bit silly, but when I give an album for a present or music for a present, I always sort of think, well, what are they into? What do they like? You know, who have we got that's released in the last few months or 12 months, even if it's Christmas? And then my gran would love that. My sister, well, she'll love that. I always sort of go, well, you know, she hasn't heard this sort of stuff, so I'm going to throw this at her and see what she thinks. I like to take them out of their depth a little bit. Now, can they still buy Dark Water in a hard copy?
Yeah, that's on record as well and CD. So that's all on the
On the
Clint Wilson Music Store, and we've got some T-shirts and stuff
I was
there.
about to say. And
Yeah,
what
so
have you got?
with the artwork inside the CD, we got I got a guy, Jasper Hollis. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, musician as well, but he lives in Nashville now. I sent him all the tracks and said, "Oh, I'd love like a little artwork for each track," and it was just to go in the CD book behind the lyrics. And they came back; they were so beautiful. So half of those designs are going to end up on T-shirts, and
Oh,
yeah, really,
fantastic.
yeah,
I like how you read my mind. This is great. I don't have to do anything. Because it was my next point with I wanted to have a chat to you, you know, artwork and yeah, and how you compile it all. Did you find that as big a part of even writing the songs, that sort of thing? Because I don't know if you get an album and you go from cover to cover, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
yeah.
I can't take too much credit for it. I mean, yeah, Jasper did all the artwork. Mitch Power, another Melbourne musician, he took the photo that's on the front cover, and Zach, a friend of mine that plays in the band and stuff, he put it all together and made it look pretty. Yeah, so I suppose just working with good people, and
Yes.
I like that. Yeah,
But you've got to surround yourself with good people. What can you
yeah,
do? Unless you're locked down, you can't.
yeah.
Now, your clip that you released, you obviously probably did not plan to do the clip how you did. Tell us how that all came together, and did you find it hard doing it, or did it just work?
Um, yeah, I recorded my part playing guitar and singing, and sent that to Kevin Bennett and a few other guys, a few other friends to play on
Yeah,
it. And again, like they just sent it back and it was it was perfect. Like
yeah.
it was, yeah, really really easy, I suppose. And there wasn't really much option to do anything else for a film clip. I have done an animated clip for the new single as well, but that wasn't ready in time for the single release.
Yeah, so that's all right. Means
Yeah,
more watched as it grows.
yeah.
I watched the film clip before we went live, and I thought, well, if anyone hasn't seen it, we might pop the link to the film clip in the comments. If so, you guys keep an eye out for that. We'll pop that in after we finish because I'm not clever enough to do it while we're live. Normally, I have someone backstage that does all of that, so it looks like I'm clever, but I'm not. Oh dear. And also, guys, thank you very much for sharing because I've had some messages while Clint was singing and it said that people have shared. So thank you so much for those that have. And yeah, if you haven't already got merchandise and bought Clint's album, head over to his website at the end of the show and have a bit of a look around the shop. Tell us again on Facebook, Instagram,
All
everywhere.
of, yeah, clintwilsonmusic.com, and yeah, Clint Wilson on Insta and Facebook, and I don't post as much as I should, but Yeah.
What gig are you looking forward to most when we all get back out of this and go into gigging again?
I'm trying not to get my hopes up. Tamworth was sort of the light at the end of the tunnel, and
Yeah.
um, yeah, as soon as we're allowed to, though, yeah, the band and I will head up around and tour this album. Can't wait.
Excellent. I'm sure that those dates will be all over all your socials and your website. So
Definitely.
keep an eye on that, guys. If you haven't already, head over and like it. Have you got any Facebook Lives planned?
I'll be doing one soon. Yeah, I haven't done one for a while on my page, so I'll get in.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for that, guys. I know there are a whole heap of lives that are going on right now because I can see the messages coming up on my screen. So thank you for staying with us. Head over and watch all the lives that are happening because it's just, I love that. That's probably my favorite thing, out of COVID, the new music that we've got and all these lives, man, I don't have to get on a plane.
Crazy,
So
yeah. And you
yeah.
go to your trappies and
Yeah, that's right. Go to a gig. I go to gigs now from my bed.
Yeah.
What are you doing Friday night? You know what? I've got a show to go to, and I'm not going to get out of the bed to do it. It's great.
Yeah.
My life has improved greatly. Thank you so much for joining us, Clint. And we'll keep an eye out in the comments. We'll pop the link down very soon. But head over and order the album now. Get your family a vinyl if they've got a record player. And if they don't, get them one of them too. So that you can keep doing this. We'll be back on Thursday at 7 o'clock with Johnny K. So please join us then. And we'll see you all later.